Potter's Journal travels Costa Rica and Nicaragua. A small family group. Mom could have stayed at the resort and been well fed and relaxed in comfort. Okay, she didn't miss a thing. The volcanoes and the toxic sulfur gases up near the crater's top. Boat tour up in Lake Granada in Nicaragua. Of links to those two videos, and today's clip is Mom's waterfall. A driver who acted a bit as a guide hadn't had breakfast, so we had the benefit of getting into all the little bakeries and coffee shops. This is a coffee-producing part of the world. And to get tortillas, he hadn't had breakfast or lunch. We got to go into a little grocery store, and even a smaller little neighborhood roadside store that would have never been able to get into. It's always fun to see what you can't get on the shelves at home. This is all on the way, to the secret swimming hole in a park. This is just outside the Miravalles volcano, and this is a great place to do some bird watching, the canopy tours. The trail down into the secret swimming hole was narrow, steep, slippery, cement and logs. And he helped my mother down. But once we got, a view first of the water and then the waterfalls, she took off over the slippery, slimy rocks at not near 80 years old, and left him far behind. And we were the only ones here today. A benefit of being there during the rainy season. Mom's waterfall. This was a highlight of the trip for her, and a place we never expected to be just a week ago when a storm changed travel plans. The rainforest, Costa Rica waterfall. It is the rainy season. The water's a bit muddy, but to have this all to yourselves. The secret swimming hole. And when we climbed up out of the deep ravine, our guide must not have had lunch this day, because along the way we stopped and picked every kind of fruit and berry. This wasn't part of the tour. This was an extra bonus. This is an area that grew pineapples, sugar cane, coffee, cattle. We always checked with the farmer before going through the fence. And here's the beef. Plantains, beans and rice and salad in a restaurant in his hometown of Liberia. The chicken, fish. Another added bonus that we didn't expect, to see Liberia. Small museum in the town. This restaurant, probably a great place to see the soccer game. Covered area between two buildings. I see the screen in the background. There's also a small museum in the town, but this was not a tourist town. This is where people lived. And a very old church in the town, which leads up to the next part, when we visit the churches up in Nicaragua, in Granada City.
Minutes we're going to have the chance to see the lookout. Here, there in front of you, we have the church of Santa Catarina. Here the people is Catholic, the mostly of the person, but also we have other religion.
Granada City, Nicaragua. What a great way to see this town, the carriage ride. It puts you closer to what's happening on the street. On this location we made many stops. We talked with some of the people in an adjacent park. This is Glacia De Guadalupe. It was once used as a fortress by an American who tried to take over the country, named himself president. And even down some of the side streets, more churches. I didn't even catch all of their names of them. A convent where, unfortunately, found out later, a courtyard with some really great sculpture in it. And Iglesia de Zalteva. Okay, this one rebuilt after an earthquake. And the dominant feature of the skyline in Granada City, the Basilica. Okay, with a lake in the background.
Every houses in this area, they have a beautiful courtyard.
And the street's lively with people living there, working, visitors, tourists. A volcano in the background. Shops to go into. Cigar producing area. Chocolate. Chocolate like I've never had before or since. Okay, it's the best preserved colonial town in Central America. There are hotels with inner courtyards. And a lot of places to eat, museums, town squares, markets, colorful markets.
We have rainy season and summer time. Season on for summer and season on for winter.
Iglesia La Merced, 1534. This one was burnt and rebuilt and had a tower you could climb for probably the best view of Granada City. Okay, $1 to go to the top. Unbelievable panoramic view from the tower, but on a human scale. Our driver down below. Thank you for welcoming us the town, the markets, the views. It's getting dark though now. I'd like to stop back. I'd like to stay. Thank you. Gracias. Granada City, Nicaragua.